from the garden shop. In this video we're going to show you how to sow chard seeds. So we have our packet of seeds here, which I'll just take out. So chard is like this, looks a bit like beetroot seeds. So one thing to say about chard is it's best to grow them in a 24 cell tray like the one that we have here. So I've already filled this up with potting compost, and I have soaked the soil already. We're using a handy garden tray here just to hold the seed tray in place and keep the place neat and tidy. So we'll just take the seeds out here. Ideally you can do a job like this in early to mid-spring, and then later in the season you can plant these transplants directly outdoors. So what we're going to do is going to sow roughly 3 to 5 seeds per cell and thin them out later to 1 seedling per cell. So ideally you want to sow them about 2 to 3 centimetres deep. They're quite large seeds, so the larger the seeds, the deeper you'll sow them. So the soil is already soaked. So now the seeds are in place. You can just see they're evenly scattered around the tray in this first cell here. Okay, so they're soaked. I'm just going to cover them over now with some compost. So chard likes a fairly nutritious soil. So once they've germinated, 2 weeks after germination, you can start a liquid feed on your chard. At a point, once they're large enough to handle, you can start to thin them out to 1 seedling per tray. So now that I've sown those seeds, I could position this tray anywhere in a warm location that's frost-free until they germinate. So we'll just put that away for a second and we'll show you some chard that has already germinated. So we'll just pull our watering seed tray over here. I'll remove the lid there, and you can see this row here are our germinated chard. These were sown about 4 weeks ago, so they germinated about 2 weeks ago. So that's about 2 weeks of growth there, as you can see. So they're large enough now to thin out to 1 seedling per tray, which I can simply do by selecting the healthiest seedling here and just removing all of the other chard seedlings around it. Now these can be transplanted on to other locations if you want. You can see they form very good root systems anyway, so they're good for transplanting on. But ideally you just want 1 seedling per tray. Once they're large enough then to handle, you can harden them off and move them outdoors into your vegetable garden. When you're planting out then, space your chard seedlings about 30 centimetres apart. Okay, so that's it anyway. That's a video on how to sow and tin your chard seeds from thegardenshop.ie.